I can create a highlight. How do you create a highlight? I gotta create a highlight. Okay, I'm gonna create a highlight. All right, y'all. Hey, we gonna start. I told y'all we gonna get started. It's your girl, IDripIsh, your favorite concept creator. We are going through the process of aligning yourself with your purpose. Um, Today's episode, we're gonna do Neysayers, and this is just me, I guess, coming into my awakening this year. But yeah, let's hop into it. Let's start by saying hi. My name is Ish, aka I Drip Ish, your one and only concept creator. I just create. You too can have an eye drip of your own. Okay, that's my little AI eye drip thing that I be doing on my TikTok. So I'm gonna try to give y'all little 30-minute conversations on how I started aligning myself with my purpose, how my awakening became, how I like evolved into the next person, and transformed and transitioned to the other side, to the light. Okay. I'm a little nervous because it's YouTube. It's different. Me and TikTok, me and TikTok be going together. So those my people. Those are my eye drips. So it's definitely different. This one, I'm building and starting all over again, definitely from scratch. So let's get into it. Let me stop babbling. Let me get into this little one too. Okay, today's topic is naysayers. You're like, what is a naysayer? My entire life, I have been a people pleaser. So I've always just been like a bubble of joy, fun. I give anybody whatever they need or what. I'm like, okay, yeah, no problem. Can I play with your Barbie doll? Cool, no problem. Can I borrow $20 or $100? I don't know if I'm gonna have it to give it back to you. Like, cool, no problem. If I have it, I'm gonna give it to you, right? Love that. Everybody loved that energy around me. As long as I was giving, they were taking. As long as they were receiving, I was giving. And I was just like, okay, cool. But I was like, I still was feeling unsatisfied, unfulfilled. And I was like, God, what I really want to do is I want to be able to help people. But I was like, I don't know the concept of how I'm supposed to help people. I do community service, I do volunteers, I do all that as well, but I told God, how can I create a life of living and giving to others, helping them uncover their truths, heal from their generational curses or traumas and dramas? How can I align myself with all that? And then first I was just like, okay, I was just living life, I worked a 9 to 5 for 20 years, y'all, 20. I've been in customer service for 20 years. I love it. I mean, I made a career out of it. People be talking about it, but baby, the coin is there. When you can make 70 plus a year in service industry, and you can travel, and you do what you want, and you can network and build businesses, baby, it'd be like a hot little one too. But we're gonna get into that because I am gonna start teaching you guys how to make drinks, how to become a bartender, how to increase your tips. We're gonna definitely go in through all that. I'm sorry, I got people messaging me at the same time. Oh, 333. That's my number. That's my angel number. Anywho, so I've always worked in customer service, so I've been a giver. Cool. I love that. I learned patience and everything, and I gained some great friendships here and there from it. So let's go back to the naysayers. So let's start with the friendship thing because I think that's a lot of give and take. And hey, this shit gets real. And I never been to the place where I had to lose a lot of my friends because I've always had groups of friends through each lifestyle. In like elementary, a group of friends. Middle school, I had a group of friends. High school, I had a group of friends. And then even into our early college days, into my early 20s, I had that group of friends. And then it kind of just started like transitioning and being more into, different friend groups. So I was like, okay, cool. I wasn't tripping about it. Some friends I'm still, I still kick with them. Like we meet up maybe years later, still kick it like we never left. But I just think people are here for a reason and season. So let's go for the now. I've had a good amount of friends. I've always had like different friend groups here and there. I'm a Pisces. I know how to tap in, tap. You know what I'm saying? I kind of just go with the flow of different friend groups. I've been on definitely like different girl vacations with different type of ladies, and I've always enjoyed myself no matter where I am. I kind of just blend in. I'm not saying I need to fit in with everybody. No, I'm my own person. I'm my own blonde hair bandit. Okay, but yeah, I kind of just gone with the flow of friendships and cool. But until as of this year, I was like, okay, guy, what's going on? Because last year was my year of removal. I had just got a divorce. Well, my divorce was finalized last year in December of 2024. I got my separation in 23. I separated from my ex husband. We'll get into that one day too. There's gonna be levels to this because people be asking, they be so nosy. I'm like, okay, let me tell you then. So I got my separation 2023, divorce finalized 2024. A lot of people didn't believe me because I kind of talked about it with a couple of my work friends. They're still my booze. We hang out outside of work. There's a very few, but and I was just like, this is the hardest decision I ever had to make. You know what I'm saying? It's not easy trying to get a divorce. And I was talking to a couple of friends about it, and they were, some of them were supporting. They was like, F him, you didn't need him. We know you were too good for him anyway. And I was like, okay. They hyping me up. Cool. But as the year started going by of 2024, and God was removing certain things out of my life, He was removing my finances. He removed some of my businesses. He removed, he will ain't gonna say he removed the opportunities, but He removed certain supposed opportunities that people felt like they were taking away from me. He started removing friendships, and people started testing me, and I was just like, okay, this don't make no sense. I'm me. I do me. I do social media. I have fun. I dance. I put on outfits. I did a little one too. Cool. Not thinking nothing of it. One day we had a girls' night. I wasn't there for it. I was like, okay, cool. We all go through our own things and stuff. Okay, cool. We chit chatting. Now, granted, this is one of my homegirls for years I've known. Cool. That's my dog. And the other one, that's her friend. Cool. She seemed nice. We've hung out a few times. Not thinking none of it. We're talking everything. And next thing I know, I was like in full attack mode. And then I was being yelled at about my social media. And I was like, okay, what is your thing? Her page is for this and this, and my page is this because I do this. And what is your page about? All you doing is going and doing this online, and that doesn't make no sense. And I'm just looking like, okay, my social media is my social media. I didn't even know you follow me. What's the problem? This lady was going all the way in on me, and I'm looking like I don't even know her. And I'm like, y'all, I mean, they didn't even understand like the ish I was going through already. I was like, my divorce is taking forever to get finalized. I had my ex-boyfriend at that time was like, I'm not gonna say going through it, but we had our little issues here and there. And then like I got females attacking me about my social media. Like, what is this about? Why are we having this conversation? I started crying. I was bawling out of control. And I was like, that didn't make no damn sense. I was like, what the hell? I left. I called my ex. I was like, dang, I feel like I got verbally attacked for no reason because they don't like my social media. And my first thought was like, well, bitch, you don't even have to hop on. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to follow me. You don't have to like my page. You don't have to see what the hell I do. So why are you on my page looking and lurking and trolling like the op that you are? I didn't feel it. I didn't like it. That next morning, my homegirl I told you I was friends with for years, she texted me a text and she apologized. She was like, that wasn't the intention that we was trying to stay. Because, friends have a way of they see a vision for you. Not saying that they're God. They just see something that they want for you. And I'm like, granted, we all want something for our friend group or our circle, but doesn't mean we insert it or add our opinions to people's lives. The other girl, did she ever apologize? No. Why would she? She an op. Okay? Start calling these people op. You got to start calling these people out the way it is. And I just let it be. I didn't like her presence. And yeah. I didn't like her presence. So it just had to be stated. And then like I had to get into this age right now. This year, I've just been like, open your mouth, say what's on your mind, and let it be. And give it to God. And I was like, cool, bet. So that was like the first part of it. I was like, okay, my friends, and then one of my other homegirls, like one of my supposed best friends, she just kind of like, I ain't gonna say ghosted me, but ghosted me. Like, you're supposed to be one of my best friends. Now we all have our lives and we do our stuff, but we try to at least meet up at least once a month or every other month. She didn't respond to text messages, like social media messages or a phone call, and I was like, okay, cool. And then we have like those sporadic messages in between. I was like, okay, cool. I'm like, God, what's going on? God was like, you don't hear the conversations of people that they have about you when you're not around. I was like, okay, cool. But she's my dog. Like, there's like, they don't like you when you start moving up into another level. And people like, oh, you're being arrogant or conceited. And I was like, no, I'm just, I guess my social media is growing. Cool. Not a problem. I don't think nothing of it. I'm just like, I'm trying to get me a bag. I'm worried about me and keeping the house, roof over my head and taking care of my kids. I'm not in competition with nobody. I'm not competing with nobody. I'm just trying to survive. I had to just let it go and put it in God's hands. But as I was going from last year, 2024, it was just removal, removal, removal. Some of the producers thought they can take away a movie, like a role I was in. Okay, cool. Like I'm supposed to be butthurt about it. It just means it wasn't for me. It was meant for somebody else. No problem. Some people thought that they can, steal my light or steal my joy. Go ahead and have it. You're good. I thought I had the love and support I needed from family and friends. Thought wrong. Let's fast forward to 2025. The beginning of 2025, my ex tried to ghost me after 9 months, and I was like, "What kind of shit is that? I've never been ghosted before." I'm 41, correct, but I've been married. Back in the day when I dated, it was like 2014. The last time I really dated. I've dated grown men. I never had to deal with this type of foolery they have in this dating world. The dating world is like buffoolery. Okay, so whatever. He ghosted me. I thought he ripped out my heart when he did that. I was like, okay, like that was I thought the last friend I really had. And then my homegirl, Jazz, that's my dog. She a little crazy, but still my dog. She called and prayed for me every day of that week, and she was there when I needed her the most. Not my other best friends, but she did. My mother and my homegirl called me and prayed for me every day when I was going through it that whole week. Those 7 days I had to purge spiritually. They called me, they supported me, they aligned with me. I was like, bet, say less. This year, going into it, my social media is growing. I was like, yay, I'm getting, more noticeable. I'm getting more, viewers. The whole goal is, to build a platform where we can all, eat off of. And that just my page is to help build your page, help build your purpose. That's what I do. I build people's alignments and their purpose. That's my help, I guess. And I got called into the entertainment industry. And of course, you got some friends, the naysayers, like, oh, you think you cute because you got more people. They crack these little sideline jokes, and you be like, oh, okay. But then they keep kind of doing it, and you're like, okay, that's enough. Like, I had to call it out this year. I was like, hey, I don't like it when you do all that. I don't hate on you, whatever you do. I don't say nothing wrong, negative, anything. I support you 100% of what you do. So why can't I get the same? And that's the cattiness of females, because females are like they're your biggest enemies, frenemies. Let's say frenemies, foes, ops. And I don't know why. I don't know why women like to compete with each other. God didn't make us the same. He didn't name us the same. Well, some people got the same name, but we don't all have the same look unless we're like identical twins or triplets or something. Like, so I was just like, what is the position of this? What good does it come out to naysay or be a pessimist or talk down on somebody or insert your opinion? And then as I started growing and I've always been a child of God, grew up in church, Christian, cool. But this season has definitely had something that awakened in me, and it was like maybe April. Yeah, it was April when I told you God told me to block my ex. After that, the next day I woke up, it was like my eyelids had been closed the whole time, and I was just going through life as a robot or whatever. God opened my eyes, and it was like, dang, my intuition was stronger, my spirit was stronger, my amount of love and joy was stronger, my light was stronger. I was just like, ooh, okay, Jesus, let's clock that T, okay? And I had to start seeing it for what it was. And God was like, I'm not done. We just getting started. I was like, oh. After I blocked my ex, cool. I blocked my ex-husband, cool. Blocked my kid's father, cool. I don't have time for people trying to disturb my peace or delay my purpose or disrupt my happiness. I don't have time for it this season. But as I started going along, as I was doing, and I guess the social media is growing, I guess. People have a problem with me. Like friends start having issues with me, pointing out certain things. Oh, you're doing this. Oh, you can do that, or And I was just like, I don't like the feeling of it. I was like, did I do something wrong to you? Did I say something about you? Did I steal from you? And no, my answers were no to any of this. I was like, what is the problem here? They like you when you're down. Your friends love you when you're down, but they can't stand it when you're being lifted up and you're being praised. And I was like, okay, God's been talking to me. He's been showing me. Like, what else is there, God? He was just like, you notice how you gave everything to people? Like, I pay for dinners, I pay for trips, I pay for, little gifts here and there. I've loaned out money. Hey, you got this? Cool, no problem. I've done it all. And then the last year when I really needed the support and I was down on my Liberian, I had no support from none of these friends. Not one. Not one of them called and was like, "Hey, you're good," or "Hey, let me checking in on you." Not none of them. And I was like, "Dang, you're right." So I've been giving to these mofo's all my life, the time we've been friends, and what do I get in return? They show up to maybe an event or two. They support you a little bit. They give you like 25% of support, 25% of love, 25% of whatever they feel like they want to give you while you're giving out 100. And then have the nerve to sit there and lecture you and tell you about what they feel like you should be doing and how you should move. Well, I think you should work here because that'll be good for you because you got your degree in this. I think you should do this. And I don't even think they hear themselves and they be like, I, versus what has God called you to do? And because I have aligned myself more so with God and put my entire life on the line for Him, He's showing me exactly who is my frenemy, exactly who prays against me, exactly who try to put voodoo, hoodoo, or shoodoo on me. Clock that T. And I was just like, Jesus, this is not it. I don't need that type of presence. I don't need that type of tribe. And if I got to do it alone, which I feel like I have been doing it alone because I asked certain friends for help and nobody has really helped. They'll give you, I told you, they'll give you like 25% of anything, and that's about it. And you're like, dang, I still feel like I need help. But for me, as the person I am, I'm like, oh, you know what? One of us is getting the traction. Let's all go in on it. Let's work together and let's get this bag. Let's go get this money so we can be free. No, I don't get that at all. I don't have that type of support. I have oh, okay, I'm proud of you. You're doing good. I'm like, well, I actually need your help. I really do. I need somebody to come in and help me with the movies, with my content. I need a manager for, my brand. And I was just like, okay, cool. It shouldn't be that hard. I got friends that love me. Where they at? Right. Now this might rub a few friends the wrong way because they're like, oh, you're saying too much. You're doing this. If the shoe fits, they're being exposed. People who get bothered by things that you say are the ones exposing themselves. You have to start paying attention to this because those friends that gave you those little sideline comments or those little, oh, he's cute and all, but I wouldn't do anything. But that's the single friend. Even the married friend. Oh, we good over here. Like, I'm happily married. Are you? Because I just heard you complain about your husband. Clock that T. It's just always like little things here and there that somebody feel like they gotta say. So as of recently, as I've been going to events and going to things, God's just been revealing to me the friends, the fake friends, how they feel about me, how I plan on moving and shifting. And they act like I'm trying to leave. I was trying to leave them. I was like, no, God, I'm going to take people with me. Of course. You know what I'm saying? No, it don't work like that. The minute you start evolving and becoming a better person and putting all your faith into God and just, just doing things as you should be doing, your frenemies, the enemies will start revealing themselves. They will start exposing themselves. They will start trying to start an argument here or there, or tell you that you're acting funny, or make you feel like you've done something wrong so they can justify cussing you out, or create an issue so they can have a reason to get in a fight with you, or get in your face, or try to sleep with your man. These females be doing some things. They do some foul play things. Or they'll try to block businesses or opportunities. And I was just like, God, it shouldn't be that hard, God. I was like, come on. You know what I'm saying? I'm a good person. I've done so much for these people. And God was like, exactly. You've done so much for them, but what have they done for you? Have they showed up for you? When you were in the hospital, when you had that near-life death experience, were they there? And I was like, dang. And that's including family too. And if you got to call family members out, do so. It doesn't feel good when you're granted on the other side, you got the bag, you got the coin, and you don't have nobody to like share it with or be there with you. But it doesn't also feel good to be used and abused and talked about and dragged through and set up and whatever in these streets. It don't feel good. So if I had to do this alone, which I am doing alone, I'd rather take that. I'll take being alone for 500, Alex, versus being around a bunch of fake people who don't have my back, who are jealous of whatever, or have insecurities that have nothing to do with me. And that's a them problem, not a you problem. So when I tell you, you need to watch who you surround yourself with, and that's including family, that's including friends, that's including coworkers. You have to pay attention to these things. And I have been, my intuition has been pretty solid this past year as God has been revealing. So this last half of the year, that's when He's kind of showing it to me. Like I had people like, oh, let's do this, and oh, let's do an interview with this, and let's do that, and I'm like, cool. But then I'm like, well, I can't do this because this, and I'm like, okay, cool, but I didn't ask for it. You asked for it. So what was the purpose of bringing your drama over to my table? That's your drama is your drama. My drama is mine. You know what I'm saying? I don't need your drama. I'm gonna have your back if I need to, but I'm not gonna support some stupid shit. No, we're grown. What the fuck I look like? And yes, I cuss. I'm a cursing Christian. Clock that T. So I was like, why are my friends acting funny towards me when I haven't done anything wrong? Why is, some of my family members acting funny towards me? Why am I being casted out? Why am I being set up? Why am I being dragged, my name being dragged through the streets? Why are people trying to make me feel like I am a bad guy? Why are people trying to expose my past like I'm ashamed of it? And I'm looking like I'm from Houston. And I was like, dang, this setup is real. When I tell you people be fake as fuck, they be fake as fuck. Baby, let's clock that T, because I've done a couple of things. And I'm like, okay. So when I got on that live with the pop the balloon, the reunion, and I knew it was a setup, I already knew it was coming. I'm not saying this to people, the company, no, was not. It don't have to be them. If it was them, they're gonna have to. That's their own battle. But no, I don't believe it was them. I was a list of 5 people that I had on my thing already. I already knew. But God was like, "Oh, we're not done. He's been exposing everybody." I was like, "Dang." I was like, "This person too." God was like, "Baby, they've been hating on you since day one." I was like, "Dang, for what though?" Because they can't be like you. They don't have your spirit. They don't have that joy. They can't look like you. I'm like, well, I look like me. They look like them. They still pretty. They got a lot of attributes. They got goals and stuff. Like, why would anybody want to hate? Because the hate be real, y'all. The hate do be real in these streets. So when I tell you that the person that lies next to you can be your biggest enemy, why do you think he's my ex-husband now? That man didn't like me to save his life. Well, he did try to take my life a few times too, with his own bare hands. But we're gonna get into that. What I'm saying, we'll do the domestic violence series in a minute. But I did not like to go to bed with a knife under my pillow and him hovering over me like he was going to take my life. I didn't like that feeling. He wasn't even a friend, because my husband, anytime that my friends would be cracking jokes on me or saying something negative about me, he would laugh and like, oh yeah, that's right, because she does that. And I'm looking like, are you my best friend? Are you my husband? Or are you my enemy, my frenemy, my op? He was happy when bad things happened to me. When I started losing money, I'm like, but we're a team. Our money is together, so why would you be happy if I lose money? He was upset. He was insecure. He was jealous because I started my business. You know what I'm saying? I started my own business, my body controlling business through COVID. I still worked a full 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying? I had money. I paid for a lot of things. Well, I paid for 2. I helped you out. You were a single mother with 3 kids. I'm like, and you should be happy. I chose you. And I was like, oh, is that the case? Because baby, you wouldn't have a house. You wouldn't be able to even start half of a business without me. You would have never even attempted to get your credit right without me. And let's be clear, you moved into my house with my stuff. So the only person's winning here was you. I had somebody taken from me. So he knew that, you know what I'm saying? So of course he didn't want me hanging around my friends. They're single. You need to hang around married people. We hang around married people. You know, we need to stay in the house. You need to do this more. No, that's not what I align myself with. You know, I like money. I like the bread. So like my friends, I'm like, hey, I like to get the coins. Some of them did, some of them don't. Some of them hustle, some of them, you know. And I had different varies of friends. I have friends that had money that were, you know, I have friends that are business minded. I have friends that I hang out with more so, like, you know, they just work and stuff. Cool. I didn't think anything of it, right? Baby, where they all at now? I was like, damn, I really had a good little set of friends to, I might be down to two, maybe three. I was like, oh, it does get lonely when you try to move to the top. It does get lonely when you can't call your people and be like, hey, girl, yeah. Because guess what? My conversation changed. You know what I'm saying? My spirit changed. The type of businesses I was trying to start changed. And there's nothing wrong with growing and evolving. And that's what I say. You need to put yourself with people who are doing the same as you. And it's not always that easy because some people don't want to be aligned with people who are growing. They want to be aligned with people who are already there. So it's like a give or take, hit or miss. But I feel like I'm no longer chasing a friend to validate my emotions and make me feel good like I'm a whole, like as a whole person. No. I'm not chasing anybody anymore. No friendships, no relationships, no family members. I'm not chasing. What I look like chasing you so you can validate a insecurity of mine. What does that look like? Let's be real. So when I had like the other day was a September 27th. See, I'm manifesting. I'm gonna be somebody's wifey the second time. Hmm. So I was filming my second movie. The night before, I got a message from, you know, my friend's friend, my friend's family. Okay, cool. It wasn't bad. It was just weird, but it was kind of like, okay, what does it mean? And they're talking about my panda head. Cool, I wore a panda head. You got my phone number. You can easily ask me, why are you doing that? It doesn't make sense. Nobody, what I do doesn't need to make sense to you. I just do it because that's my creative part. I do me. So what? If it gets me a deal, hell yeah. I'm gonna be cashing myself all the way to the bank. Anywho, I got the message and it stated, "You think you're cute? It's not funny for you to dress up in a panda head. What kind of boy would want that?" And I was like, okay, be the real you without the filters and the panda head. Or I'm like, okay, I'm not hating, and that's like the number one giveaway right there. I'm not hating. Then why are you texting me this? It said I'm not hating. I'm just trying to keep it, you know, like keep it real type stuff. And I was like, okay, I'll post it on my page because apparently it bothered people. But I was like, I wasn't tripping about it. You know, I'm talking to my homeboy. I was like, it is. It sounds like they were hating a little bit, but I don't like, or maybe they just don't understand it. Cool. People don't have to understand what the fuck I do. That's not my problem. That's a them problem. But if you know me and you're a real friend, you know I'm creative and I do weird things. And whatever tribe I attract will be creative and they're gonna have fun and we're gonna do what we do. And we don't have to explain ourselves to anybody. We just do. We create. Because I'm a concept creator, right? IDripIsh. Hello. So cool. I posted it. Apparently, I took away the name and the face. It disturbed people's peace. Well, it bothered them. I ain't gonna say disturbed their peace because that was never the intention, but it did bother them. And I was just like, okay, why is it bothering you? Was it done unto you? And they tried to justify, well, that's my family. Okay, then why did your family send it to me? You're mad because nobody knows who the person is. Nobody attacked them, but I'm the one getting the messages. And I'm the one who's supposed to be the victim, but then the other party's trying to play as a victim like they've been done wrong. And that's when I tell you the setup be real. So they wanted to have a reaction just so they can justify trying to cuss you out or fight you or whatever the people want to do. Cool. I don't do rah rah. I don't do the back and forth. I damn sure ain't trying to snatch nobody's hair off. I will defend myself if need to be, but I don't put myself in those predicaments to fight and argue. Like there's a lot more ish going on in this world than some petty little comments. I'm in social media. I've heard them all. Okay, if my feelings supposed to be hurt, I will sit in the corner and cry about it, or not, because I'm grown. Like they said back in the day, if you got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. Let's stick to that. Let's take it back to the day. If you ain't got nothing nice, don't say nothing at all. Point blank, period. So I thought that was the end of it. Cool. Oh no. My friend was rowdy about it. And I'm like, I don't need to argue with you about what? I said the conversation's dead. No, it ain't dead. You brought it to life. The conversation's been dead. I posted it, correct. But it's been dead. It's done. Nobody's still talking about it. It's a post. They didn't like that. And then that's when the truth came out. And I was like, well, you're not a real friend. And if you're feeling all this, that means you've been building all this energy or whatever hate towards me up just so you can try to yell and cuss me out and make it seem like somebody did something wrong unto you. You can sit on that because baby, I got more bigger fish to fry than some petty little conversation that your people want to send to me. Cool. And I let it be and I let it go. And it hurts my feelings a lot sometimes, yeah. Cause like, dang, I didn't think anything of it. But people let people reveal themselves. Let them do what they do because why? They gonna do it anyway. So what's the purpose of trying to stall it out? Let people expose themselves for who they really are. Let them move around. If they're gonna drag your name through the streets, let them, baby. Free press, bad press, whatever press, it's press, baby. And they got your name in their mouth, okay? And that's like easy money right there. That's free marketing. Like who doesn't like that? I don't care if it's good or bad, baby. It's free marketing. God was like, you don't have to worry about them saying that. You don't have to worry about them telling people about you. You don't have to worry about them, trying to discredit you because of your whatever you've done in your past. Or baby, you've done whatever you've done and you've asked God to forgive you for your sins. What are you worried about? If they're gonna block an opportunity, that opportunity wasn't meant for you in the first place. If they're gonna try to set you up, let them. Let me handle it. Cause I was like, God, let me tag these people. I can easily tag people back on the T. Cause you got your baby. Don't ever throw my shit out. I can throw your shit out too. Cause sometimes I can be a petty Pisces and baby. But God was like, we're not about that life. We're not doing that. I was like, you're right. God was like, humble yourself 2 seconds. I got it. I was like, you sure, God? God was like, yeah. Oh, hey, Rolling Bishop. And I was just like, okay, God said I got it. I was like, cool. I let it be. So when that person's yelling in my face, I walked away. Are we done yet? Are you finished? I'm glad we got that over with. Let me know when you're ready to come back to the grown folks table. After that, you can sit in the corner until you get your mind right. Don't address me with some bullshit that has nothing to do with me. Oh, 32. Nothing to do with me. So God was just like, bet. So what's God was like, what are you going to be doing next? And I was like, okay, let me not be more distracted because people will distract you. They will. So y'all know I just got into the entertainment industry. I've been trying to write these TV series so I can hire people on, hire an assistant, hire a film crew so people can try to leave their 9-to-5s so they can be independent and, follow their dreams. I just started this production company. It has been different. I have tried to network. I have been, doing my thing. Oh, thank you, boo. I try. And yeah, so it's been different. I ain't gonna say difficult. It's been different. I meet a lot of people. They say I need to network, but I think some of these people in Houston are fake. Fakers. You know what I'm saying? I would prefer to move out of town real quick. Do my little 1-2, then come back. But whatever God sees fit, He's gonna make it. He's gonna make it happen. And that's where we're at with it. We just now beginning we're in the beginning process. I'm filming my second movie. It's a baby mama's Thanksgiving. We're gonna make it work. I'm trying not to stress about it because at the end of the day, what can I do? So I've been taking it day by day. I've been, I guess, losing friends left and right. But I have to let them expose themselves because, like, what is your problem with me? If you don't like me, you don't have to be around me. You didn't have to take from me. You didn't have to, benefit off of me. Like people always want to talk about you. Oh, you think you're cute, huh? You think because you're blonde hair, you think because your body's right. Baby, this body is natural. Talk to God. If you got a problem with me, take it up to HR. HR is God. It ain't me. I can't sit there and stop my body from bodying. I can't help if somebody brought us around the drinks. Hell, did you not get a drink? You were cool. You were happy. Oh, okay, we got some free drinks. But why she getting free drinks? She thinks she cute or something? The fuck? Am I supposed to be ugly? I think I'm cute. Cute face, thin waist, with a bit behind. I need a dime. You know what I'm saying? Like, so what is the problem here? Why are we having these issues? Why are we going back and forth? And you got to definitely have to understand that these people ain't all your friends. Your bestest of friends, your family members do not F with you. You got to start paying attention to this. And people's like, oh, you don't, yeah, you got to say it. I've always supported you. Have you? Because where were you when I needed you? Where were you when I needed the whole $20? Where were you when I was like, damn, how am I going to feed my kids? Where were you when I was over here? I'm excited. I'm about these opportunities. And you're just like, oh, okay. But I see you smile when I'm going through it. I see you smiling when I'm struggling. I see you smiling and kikiing when I don't have it. I see you smiling when people do wrong things to me. I see you smiling and laughing and cracking jokes about me when my life is not going the right way. Because you're not a friend, you're a foe. And you're not there for me. You're an op. So why am I even entertaining it? Why do I need it in my life? What benefit does it bring me? Sometimes you got to go through things solo and let the tribe come to you. And God told me it was my season and a reason for my tribe coming in. They're on their way. You know, so I'm saying I'll find the right type of people to be around, and I'm going to keep it pushing. One or two. Like, that's simple. So when I tell people, like, the naysayers be real, it be real. It can be your own family. It can be your own friend. It can be your boo thing, your side piece, your zaddy. You know what I'm saying? Your husband, your wife, your boyfriend or girlfriend. It can be the person laying next to you. You just never know. But start thinking about all the times that you've done anything for anybody, and think about the times you needed help. And if you can actually align the people who actually helped you that you've given more to. Now, if the percentages is way better and it's not somewhat around even, baby, they're not for you. And it's hard to, you know what I'm saying? You got to start yelling at people and start deleting people out of your life. No. You ask God to give you the guidance, the steps, and understanding of things, and to ask Him to align things as they need to go. And put it in God's hands. And then that's all you can do, right? I wash my hands of everything else. Because I have nothing left to give anybody. I don't have my time to give. I'm not going back and forth. So I'm definitely sure not giving you no words that don't need to be said. I'm not going to rah-rah with you. I got bigger shit to fry, bigger fish to fry, okay? Versus these little small layered conversations where you want to be catty and who got time for that? Nobody ever. Okay, nobody. Who gon' F with me? Nobody. Who gon' try to set me up? Nobody. That part, baby. That part. Nobody. Put some respect on your name. Put some respect on your spirit. Put some respect on your joy. Put some respect on your purpose. And let them mofos be, baby. Okay? All right. It's your girl, IDripIsh. We went over the naysayers. The next time I come on my next video, we're going to talk about, like, trying to get that get back, but I get that get back, but let God handle that get back for you, okay? That clap back. Because, baby, that's all you can do, right? That's all you can do. Get your get back. Or let God do it, because God know I'm petty. I'm like, God, let me. He be like, ish. I'm like, God, tag me in. Let me do it. Let me do it. Let me do my 1-2. God was like, nope, we're not doing this. Sit your behind down. I'm like, really, God? Come on. He was like, sit your behind down and let me handle it. And I was like, dang. Because the old me would have definitely hopped in and been super petty, did extra stupid shit just because. If you're going to do wrong by me, I'm going to do wrong by you. You want to do some extra shit to me, I'm going to do some extra shit to you. And I was like, I was that tit for tat person back in the day. But the new-ish, the newfound, evolved-ish, the grown-ish, I was like, you know what? It ain't that deep. The more the hate, the bigger the blessings, okay? I've never experienced so much hate before in my life. Granted, I've never experienced this much hate before in my life. Granted, people don't like me sometimes. People may not like F with me. Who knows why? Not my problem. But they find a reason to have a problem with you. I let them be. But they don't like it when you step into a room and all eyes turn on you. They don't like it when you walk in with a smile like, hey, how you doing? And your good conversation was like, ugh, why she getting attention? Ugh. They don't like it when you got, you know what I'm saying, overflow of blessings coming your way and they can see it. That's why I said the devil already knows what the plan that God has in store for you. That's why he starts doing things to you. And when he can't send it through a man, because, you know, a man will try to distract you, delay you, or disturb you sometimes. Or a woman. I'm not going to say just men, like for both parties. when you're doing things, you're starting a business and you're going by God's purpose in his words and you're doing it as you're supposed to, the devil will send people to attack you left and right. And it will be a family and a member of a family member. It might be one of your friends, best friends. It might be some coworkers. It might be your boss. He will start sending people left and right. I think the devil tries to send, for me, it was more so guys to distract me. Because I told you I thought my ex kind of like, he ghosted me. It kind of it felt like it tore my heart out. But guys, like, it wasn't even about him ghosting you. It was about you putting your faith into me versus into that man. Because why are you sitting there chasing a man? If he loved you the way he did and he spoke this type of love toward you, he would never even ghost at you. He would never talk bad about you to your own mother. He would never even talk shit about you to your own sister. He would even drag your name through the streets or allow his daughter to talk to you like that in the first place. He would have never done anything of that if he had real love towards you. But God was like, this man is insecure. He's jealous. He's trying to find a way to disrupt your peace. He doesn't want you to be more successful than he would ever be in life. So why do you think he's going to try to tear you down, to bring you down to his level so he can build you up, to tear you down, to build you back up so you can feel like you owe that man something? Baby, God was like, put some respect on the name and the glory that I gave you. On God, clock that T. So when I tell you that man thought he had ran me through the mud, I was like, I told you I had the 7 days of purging, but I had to realize it wasn't even about him ghosting me. That wasn't it. This man tried to take a piece of my soul. And after that 7 days of purging and my people praying over me, I said, I never in life want to feel that type of heartache again. And God was like, you're absolutely right. Because he was like, I want you to put your love onto me. And what, let me shower you with my love. That's what God said. Let me shower you with my love. And after I did that, God has just been blessing me. You ever had that feeling you're in the shower, or you just chilling or whatever, and you got this tingly feeling of joy, and you were stressed out about something, about bills being paid, or about, your job messing with you. You might get fired, or you might get laid off, or your friends talking smack and they're trying to set you up, or they're trying to stop your business from growing and showing or whatever, and glowing. You ever had that and you're worried and just stressed out, and God just give you this overwhelming feeling of you good? And like all of a sudden you're blessed with the spirit of calm and peace. And like, okay, it's in your hands. I'm good. That's what it's been for me. So am I even stressed about the people trying to feel like they're blocking me or they're stalling me or they're whatever? No. I tell people I give them one time. If you're not going to stick to your word, cool. So be it. But that was that one time. That was it. There is no coming back. Because I let my ex-boyfriend come back. Well, I was begging him for a second. Like, I was like, damn, why are you begging him? You know how cute you are? You know what you done? And you over here kind of begging him to, like, talk to me? Because I was searching for a validation. I was looking for love in the wrong place. And I was like, that's not what we about. God was like, I didn't even raise you to be like this. I know I gave you another level of confidence to be worried about some schmuggly over here trying to do you wrong. God was like, I got something planned for him. Don't worry about that. But don't you ever in your life feel like you need to lower your ability or dim your light or take away some of your happiness or calm down your joy because somebody can't fit the puzzle piece for you. No. Baby, you are the puzzle pieces, and they're a piece of it. So why do you feel like they got to squeeze in and make you whole? No. But you're whole without them. You don't need them. Even if your friends got to go, they got to go. Say bye, Felicia's. Like, say goodbye to your friend. Like your mom say bye to your friends. You might see them tomorrow. You might not. Put yourself in timeout if you need to. Move the F around. Don't allow somebody to come get in your damn face. Don't allow somebody to come talk some shit about you. They talk shit about you, cool. What's the reaction gonna do? Nothing. You can drag their name. You can drag their little behinds around town. You can hit on them. You can do whatever. But what is that gonna do? Baby, I just take it as free press. They so busy hating on you, that's making the other party be like, damn, who is this person? Let's go find out. That's free marketing for me. Go right ahead. If I'm the villain, just tell them I'm the cute blonde hair villain, boo. Put some respect on. Like, her wigs be cute though. Her style be cute though. If you don't talk about me, put some respect on it. Okay, that's it. All right, y'all. I'm about to go to TikTok. I gotta go do my TikTok motivational mornings for Wednesday. We do Monday and Wednesdays. If y'all want to follow me, go to my TikTok, IDripIsh Rachel. It has to be 41K plus followers. Let me know. Good morning. And then that's me, because I do have a couple of fake pages. I think people tried to create of me. I think it's like IDripIsh, Rachel 6, 7, 4, 1, 2, 3, IDrip fan page. No, I have only one page. It's IDripIsh, Rachel. It has to have 41K plus followers. That's me. I'm IDripIsh, your concept creator, your blonde hair bandit, one of your besties. I keep it a book or two. So yeah, I'm gonna start coming on here. We're gonna start talking about these things. We're gonna start talking about finding your purpose, your alignment, what happens when people be trying you, starting businesses. Because I told you I did customer service for 20 years, and it's been a long time coming. I've been talking about it. But now I'm actually doing it. Because God was like, well, "What are we talking about it for? What good is that gonna do?" And I was like, "Technically nothing." He said, "Don't talk about it, be about it." I was like, "You're right, Jesus. You're right." So God was like, "Let's go," and I was like, "Okay, let's get it." If they gonna hate, let them hate, baby. Do you. Clock that T. All right, y'all. Y'all have a wonderful Wednesday. Happy hump day. Y'all don't forget to go like my page, subscribe. Mama's trying to get some watch hours, okay? I'm trying to get monetized. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Ish is back. All right, bye, Felicia's.